Hey guys. Hey David, Stuart, Craig. Mike from Cornwall, g'day. Russell Dold, hi. Maddie, g'day. Chirpy, hello. Alistair, g'day. Wazza, hello. Kevin, g'day. Mr. Duncan Bullock, g'day. Russ Knox, hello. Matt Peterson, g'day. Now this is a total disaster zone, guys. Worse than that. It's borderline terrible. There's nowhere to clamp a camera in the shop. Looks like a bomb's hit it. I've been putting stuff away. I've got quite a stack of empty boxes, but I haven't got all my benches in here yet. So there's a lot of stuff still to go away, and a lot of stuff still to be bolted down, and we're going to need some changes, I think, because we've got things in different orders. Can we hear us? Can anyone hear the TV in the background? There we go. I'd like some feedback on that. Hey Bill, hearing, g'day. Can't hear the TV, that's awesome. Warren says can barely hear the telly, okay. Journeyman Randy, g'day. My voice is a little quiet. I'm going to have to start wearing a mic. There's a bit more space here, and there's a bit more noise to speak over. Anyone hear that? That's a train. Get used to it. There'll be 4 more before we're finished. A little bit concerned about demonetisation because there's a gym across the road that is beating the same 4 bars so that the whole neighbourhood can hear it repeatedly for about 4 or 5 hours today, and I'm a bit over that. No, the gym's finished. It's dark, so. But if I tried to, I'm really going to have to try and record something to see how good it is or how bad it is during the day, because I hope that's not something that happens every day. Hey, Paul. Stephen, g'day. Brendan, g'day. So, free Jello. Look, it's all right. There's plenty of space, but it still needs a crap load of organising. Just swivel you around. Jeez Louise, look at that. This is a mobile workbench that'll go in the centre here, and there'll be another row of benches on the other side. This bench, this really noble goal that this bench is going to be flat and empty on top at all points. Unlikely to happen, but I'm going to try that. At the moment, it's not looking good, but we've got to get most of that. There's not a crazy amount of stuff left on there. It was boxes stacked up, and now it's just bits and pieces. So we're getting there. Haven't moved out completely. I'm going back tonight. I've still got probably another 2 trailer loads to come. Personal effects, furniture and stuff, and I haven't moved the mill yet, so we still haven't got a mill. So there we go. What's the best? I reckon we can come across here under this bench, or handheld hold you here. Let's try this. That actually looks pretty good, doesn't it? Okay, we're down with that. It's not quite straight, but it'll do us. Now, the lockers are godsend, actually. Bill doesn't understand the empty bench. Little Mr. Always been knowing. So there's going to be workbench back in there, or the mill. I'm not sure which. I haven't really decided. One or the other. It could be the milling machine will go back in that corner there, or it could be the other workbench. We'll see how we go with that. Yeah, as for the floor, forget about the floor. I don't know how stuff fitted in, where it fitted in. So I've got that chest of drawers back in. It's about half full, which is about where I'd like to keep it, to be honest. I got the Kennedy chest, which is absolutely chock-a-block full. That bottom box there, that's got an issue. I can't get one drawer open because something's caught in it, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that yet. But it's pretty full too. We come this way, tilt over, there we go. Shape is there where it was on the original bench. Not particularly impressed with that because the handle's really not good. Bead rollers there temporarily too. Whether I'm not real sure, but it's tempting just to close all those holes up on that bench and put that shaper somewhere else and leave that as an actual workbench. So don't know if you really missed much at all, Matt. So we come back here for Matty. That's what he missed. Miller workbench is going to go back here in the corner. Probably my corner workbench is going to go back in there. I'm really not in love with that wooden drawer system. It seemed like a really good idea, but it's good if it's about quarter full. Big bench shop. We'll have a look at that. Yeah, we'll move over there again. There's room there to extend the sticker board, which I really like. I'm really impressed about that. So we're going to probably double the size of that up the bench, I think, there. I'm suspicious that if that shaper does stay on that bench, it would be better down this end, and then it's too close to the grinder. So at this point, honestly, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that. I really haven't got a clue. So lathes all back together today, more or less. There's 4 screws I've got to bring the battery drill and put in because I couldn't get them in with a screwdriver that hold the top on. But apart from that, it's all back together. I've managed to get all the belts done up. One of the belts has shrunk a bit, and it took a bit of doing. But apart from that, the lathe's all back together, and I'm really pleased with the way that's gone back together. It's heavier than it looks. There's a power point behind the ultrasonic machine there. There's another one. Oh, you can just see it right at the right there on that end, that wall there. So at the other end of the workbench, I'm going to run a power board from that one, I think, and a power board from this one. Hey, Tom. So if we pan a bit further here, probably, that's about the limit of where I want to carry down the workshop. There's probably room if I wanted to. I don't want to go much further, but there is, if we look here, here, there's a bandsaw frame. I would like to put that bandsaw somewhere, and whether that goes on the end or whether something else goes on the end, I'm not sure about that. So another 18 inches or so that way is probably all we're going to get. Now, we'll come back over here. Your handheld, sorry about that. That's not going to help anyone, is it? Stop doing that. Here we've got, sorry, Craig. Hey, Stevie. I don't think that Dizzy's anything to do with my photography. I think Dizzy is probably to do with your fashion choices lately. So we'll probably get used to that. So we're going to run a bench from here, back up here, right behind this bench. Right, and this is on wheels. Music, sorry, can you hear that, Kevin? This is on wheels, so this hopefully will slide back into this space here. If we come back here, that bench there should slide back into this space and wheel out this way if we need to, or to use everything. And then we'll run, where that bench is, we will run another row of workbenches along this side a bit. So there we go. I just hope the algorithm doesn't pick it up. Hey, John. Anthony Ruddy, g'day. There is a bit of background noise here. So all this stuff here has got to go on other benches. We may put a sheet of plywood under there, but that doesn't seem like a very smart idea to me. John Creasy's there. He's got a hashtag video he made, and so just a couple of other creators have used the hashtag. It used to be a nice Japanese saw. John, what's the hashtag? Put him up for us. Shop Made Tools, is that right? Craig's already done it. Check out the hashtag, because I noticed that there's a video from Rustnox this week, which is awesome. Like really, really, really good. Good video from Rustnox. I'd like to make one, but it's going to be later in the week or next week, I think. So Rustnox, I noticed a live stream test. Can you tell us more about this? 2 of you so far. Let's see what we can do. There's a good video from John Creasy and there's a good video from Rustanox. I would like to make one, and I probably will, but haven't made a lot of tools lately. Ah, yes, you're in the Clicky Boys Club. That's awesome. There's one from Poppy too. There was two. There was one from Poppy. This bead roller is probably not going to stay there forever. It's not really ultimate there, but it gets it up off the ground and onto a bench somewhere. So at this point, that'll do. This shape is all back to front here. G'day, Nigel. Good to see you. So that's what we got. It looks like a total nightmare. I haven't pushed the lathe back in yet. Rustanox says it was not an easy video. There you go. I haven't pushed the lathe in because I've got to do up some screws before I do that. And that'll go back against the wall. But that lathe's heavy. The reason I didn't buy a Chauvelin 102, one of the reasons I didn't buy a Chauvelin 102 when I bought the Lorch was because the base weighs 350 kilograms and it wouldn't have been a particularly good choice in the accommodation that I had then or the accommodation I've just had. Probably here I get away with it, but looking at this Lorch and moving the parts around, I reckon it probably weighs close to that. So there we go. Amateur Red Knight Workshop. Mike, they do a live every week. American creators. I think Maddie's been on it. Craig's onto it. So, hey, Stephen. Maddie was on it only once. Nigel Harding, g'day. So, yeah, that's where I'm at. I've got a crap load of stuff in the workshop. Yeah, good series, Stephen, on the tapping machine. That's pretty awesome. It's not quite as awesome as mine, but it's a pretty useful tool for getting taps straight. Looks good. What else? So all these drawers are pretty well full as such. I don't know if it's the layout that we're going to stick with. I would really like to, I don't know, I need more drawers and I need more shelf space and more room for things. But really don't know. Lockers are half full already, Craig. So yeah, there's absolutely room for the lockers. We'll have a look in the lockers. We'll go up there and have a look. It's really nice to have a workshop that I can walk from one end to the other with the camera. Never happened before because I was standing in the available space. Workshop chemicals. Oil, grease. There you go. How cool is this? Hey, Darren. Some spray paint. I'm not sure if that's going to happen, but body filler. boy racer project in there. So that's where we're at with that. So the lockers are a godsend, really. Hey, Aaron. I don't drink, Stephen. No, it's not the new wheels. It belongs to my flatmate. JLM, good day. Good to see ya. Thanks for checking in. There's not enough space, Darren. It's really not as good as I would like, but it's certainly an improvement and it's enough to work with. And there's space to walk down here, which is awesome. This I'm not sure about. Not sure whether this is going to stay on this bench here. I don't think it probably will. To be much good, it really needs to be on this end of the bench, and then that means you can't use this end of the bench. So I'm sort of thinking it's going to go over the other side, and we're going to plug up all the holes in this bench and probably just have it as a project bench or workbench. That's a thought. This little launch lathe sitting there, no progress on that really. I put the spindle back in today, but not much happening there. Grinders there. These drawers are pretty well, they're getting full. And on this end we've got my Craftsman tool chest, which is chock-a-block full, and other junk there. There's a press down there, there's tumble polisher, some woodwork tools, bench grinders stuffed in there for now, and a battery charger. So there we go. I've got all that stuff to put away. This is and all this stuff to put away too. This is the stack of empty boxes so far. This stuff's got to go upstairs. Let's have a look upstairs. No real system up here yet at all. Haven't even looked. I've got a couple of projects there that everyone's seen before, neither of which are going. This is going to be my bedroom. It's not very big. There's a bit of junk in here already that's going to have to be rearranged. This room here is the library at this stage. Books here everywhere so far. Gonna need to do something about putting some shelves in here because this is about half the books. The bottom fell out of that box, which we're not that happy about. So this needs shelves. There we go. Bill does the beer drinking. Not a bad idea, Russell. We got lucky with the rain in the end of it. It is amazing, that's right. There you go. And this here is going to be a living room. So there's going to be a sofa go in here and a dresser, probably a desk and a computer room. Hey Dave, good to see you. A few vintage posters to go up. Here's the view, which you can't really see much of. Shipyard there. Aluminium boatyard. Pretty flash security windows here with shutters. So there we are. This room echoes a bit with those shut, makes a difference. So probably something I'd really like to put in here is a full-size drafting table and drawing machine. I'm not sure if that's going to happen, but it probably will. There's probably room for that. So do all those things that are on the list. Thanks, guys. Toilet look problem? No, that's a hot water cylinder. It's pretty sweet, really, but no one's ever put a cover around it, so we'll see how we go with that. So that's upstairs. There's this room space here too, which don't know. And this is downstairs. Yeah, very self-taught and hardly a sign writer, Kevin. I've done a few courses, but I don't know very much. It's practice, practice, practice. So that's where we're at so far. That's a whole lot better than it was this morning. There was just stuff stacked everywhere. There's a huge pile this morning, so thanks. Yes, the landing's mine. There is no percentages. Look, seriously. It has a procrastination balcony. That's exactly right. Aaron, you're on. Okay. Is that a Yamaha? It's a... The bike's a... It's Italian anyway. Not sure. That's the Yamaha down there. Point out Steve's stuff. There's a Honda 1100, I reckon, or 1000. We'll go this way. Honda. Yamaha 1100. I reckon that's a Suzuki 1100. The other two, I'm not quite sure. The square headlight one's probably a Honda, is it? Anyway, there we go. Someone's projects, not mine. It's Piaggio, who Craig's right. And that's a Morris Minor. Design and creative technology channels. It looks like an old Morris. Yes, it is. You never know what you're going to find. So anyway, that's behind the welding screen. So my priority at the moment is to get this clean, to get a sofa in upstairs and a bed, and get the place at home that I'm moving out of somewhere near clean and tidied and packed up. So honestly, at this point, I'm not sure how that's going to go or how long it's going to take, but it's a work in progress. Dan's a bit sensitive about Harleys, so it should be good. It should be really good. It's nice and warm here. There's a high door there, and there's another high door there. That screen that's over beside the door goes under the door so that we can get a bit of fresh air through and have the door shut still. We do have an escape ladder. Hope never to use it. So I'd like to put some sort of a cabinet here for projects. That's probably the best place for them, so we might do that. At some point, something like that. There's some of this storage furniture is actually not mine, so people are storing stuff here as well. But I have access to this table. Take care. Would make a good art gallery. We're going to see about putting some stuff up. So that's where we're at. We've got these sort of organised. Look at that. How organised is that? More files. Some spanners, not anywhere near as all of my spanners. Some lathe junk, which is probably temporary. Calipers and rulers. More lathe junk, which is probably also temporary. Nothing in the foundry drawer. Mostly because our foundry stuff and patterns has probably outgrown the foundry drawer, to be honest. So top of the landing will be the storage area for finished and unfinished projects. That's Myford Boy steam engine there. There's another project that no one's really seen on this channel. There you go. 624 Dudley, good to see you. Yeah, there's going to be some bookcase happening. This is another project. I bought this as a Heiko, made in Sydney, about 10 years ago, and carted it around with me ever since. There's probably room here to get it up and running as a metal cutting bandsaw. We'll see how we go with that. But I have all the bits, and it's got a nice cast iron table, and it's probably not a bad saw. But I'm going to have to get that particular bit sandblasted and a coat of undercoat on it before we go any further, and that's what's holding us up. So that might happen fairly soon. I've got a worm drive motor. I've put it away, but it was out here. Yes, I've got a nice little 15-to-1 worm drive motor, 3-phase, which should do the job nicely. That's the thoughts. This is just a sort of junk that I can't bear to part with and probably should be removed or tossed. Things like belt pulleys. And the slide that come with the launch is probably not much good that I'd like to rebuild, was probably past it. There's a camera gantry there which probably won't go up again. We might do something else there. Heat treat ovens over there. No three-phase power. Well, it's a bit of but it won't hurt. We've managed so far without it. Take care, David. Good to see you. Awesome bandsaw. Thanks, guys. Little scroll saw from Audi, which is sort of temperamental and not particularly good. Likewise, the Linisher, it's all right, but it's not really much good for anything but woodwork. The casting and forging opportunities, yeah. And we've got boxes full of stuff like this that I really don't know what to do about. It's sort of, seriously, a lot of this stuff's gonna get sorted out and put away. I'm not sure. Anyway, that's where we're at. What's everyone else doing? There's another wooden belt pulley here if anyone wants one. 2 halves. There's a pair of those bearing blocks, but I can't find the other one. Or the cap for that one. There's a Keith Rucker straight edge there. At some point I wouldn't mind doing that. And there's a sticker board, which is awesome. Thanks, guys. Railroad spike and some carbide inserts. Chirpy's joined the dark side. How many outlets? One up that end, one here. And don't chirp because I have to fix it. And I think there's another one further down. So 3 outlets. Not enough really. We'll run a power board out of that one. And a power board out of the other one, and then we should be good at this point. That's pretty exciting, Dan. I'm pretty stuffed, to be honest. Winding down to the weekend, yeah, same. I've got this weekend off. I've got this week off. I've got to work on Saturday, but I've got the rest of the week off. So probably we're going to do another run before the weekend. Yeah, I'm not sure we're going to put a compressor in here yet. We're not going to put a heater in here. I don't think that's particularly important. I reckon about now is about as cold as it's going to get on a rainy day. It's quite pleasant here. I'm in my t-shirt. But the vacuum cleaner's got to go here too. I've got to find somewhere to put the Jolly shop vac too. That's another interesting thing. Thanks for a reminder. We'll sort it out. Willem, that's a Drummond shaper, yes. PGS, g'day. Awesome video from PGS on Peter did a good video this week on machine covers. And Duncan's not well. Should be working. Good to see those bikes progressing, Duncan. Covers, yes. Anyway. I'm running out of things to say. I'm probably nearly going to call it a night, guys. Thanks heaps, everyone, for joining in. Really appreciate that. Good to see you all. That's an ultrasonic, Craig. Yes, I need to get that plugged in somewhere accessible so that I can use it, because it's a pretty valuable tool, but it's not much good if you've got to get it out and fill it up with water and turn it on and wait for it. So everyone should have an ultrasonic. Oh, excuse me. I'm going to start yawning. Anyway. Buy the biggest one you can get, Maddie, or the highest power one. You don't need a lot of size, but you do need something with a bit of power. So that's what I would do. And there's no real advantage on buying a name brand over a Chinese one, to be honest. That's a cheap Aldi one, which is not. No, it's a JCar one. That one. It's not too bad, really. But get wattage and duty cycle is probably what's important on them. Get something with a heater for an ultrasonic, but don't. I mean, you can spend $1,500-$1,800 on an Elmar, and I'm not particularly convinced from experience that they're any much better than a cheap one. But that's where we go. What liquid? I'm running dishwashing detergent and a bit of Pioneer Clean, and a couple of drops of dishwashing detergent and a couple of capfuls of Pioneer Clean, and a couple of caps full of cloudy ammonia, which probably isn't enough. Ultimately, a clock cleaning solution is really nice, but that's pretty concentrated stuff and you can't take the lid off in a confined space. But that's an ammonia-based thing usually, and it's pretty good. That's what I'd like to get up to. Craig, that's the floor cleaner, Pioneer Clean, yes. The disinfectant. Dettol's probably as good. Hi, Paddy. Don't use benzene or diesel because it's carcinogenic. Apart from that, anything else is probably safe. You got the oven going, Stephen? Looks like a good thing. I've got one and I love it. Mustinox cleans himself. That's fair enough. Jolly Belgians. Anyway. Anthony, send me an email. It's very, very unlikely that I'll even look at it, but I'm very much. I will look at it, but I'm not going to probably bid because where am I going to put it? Programming's pretty good, Stephen. I'm sort of on top of it after you've got to practice with it. PID programming is not exactly intuitive sometimes. Soft soap and ammonia is very good. Darren says that's probably right. The dishwashing detergent and ammonia. if you dealt with the watches that I deal with on a day-to-day basis, probably a bit of Pinoclean's pretty good because it makes everything smell a little bit less toe jammy. Hey, Paddy. Anyway. Yeah, seriously, Maddie, you really don't want to know about that part of my job. It's terrible, yeah. Especially expensive watches or mid-range watches that people wear all the time. They never ever take them off. And they get packed full of crap. And some of it is actual crap, I'm sure. It's your new microphone, Paddy, I'm sorry. So yeah, Paul, there's plenty of room here. And Darren got the part for his new oven. That sounds exciting. Ah, well. Gonna yawn again. So I've still got an hour to go, half hour to go home. I'm still at this place. I'm going back to tonight. I've got to put the wheelie bin out or the rubbish bin out on the street before I go to bed, and I'm going to have a night's sleep and rinse and repeat again tomorrow. I won't spend all day tomorrow here, but I'll be over here tomorrow with some stuff. So we'll see how we go. First night in the new place, probably Monday, Tuesday next week at this point. I've got no idea though, Craig. I've got when it happens. I'd like to get everything moved first. Maddie's almost got the first wheel arbor for the corn done. That's awesome. It's about 15 kilometres, Stephen, from the old one. 16 kilometres, something like that, as the crow flies, but it's a bit further by road. Anyway, I'm going to call it a night. Take care, everyone. I'm out. I've had enough. It's been a pretty big day. Ready to go home and crawl into bed, to be honest. And check out Maddie's tool and cutter grinder videos. I see you got a shout out from Metal Mill. Shout out from someone last week. Maddie, I should have sent you a message about it. Anyway, everyone's awesome. Thanks heaps, Aaron, for everything. Thanks, Russ Knox, for some great videos. Metal Mill 52 was who the shout out was from. Take care, 624 Dudley. Good to see you. Peter Nuttall, good day. And take care, Peter. I'm out. So be good, be kind to each other. Don't forget to like and subscribe and all that crap. And more soon.